my experience traveling as unconventionally or like conventionally unattractive male, or as the terminology these days goes, a sub 5. But damn, I think there's people behind me. I don't feel like people hearing in on this conversation. What did I want to say? Yeah, I've been traveling for 8 months, and I'm done with it. I don't think traveling is good for an excess male such as myself. Wow, it's beautiful here. I'm on a very nice trail. I find these trails quiet, bring out these emotions in me, and they need to be addressed. But yeah, I've been kind of going around Asia and been going to these like tourist hotspots all over. And yeah, I want to also say that like I'm extremely socially active to the point where I actually create small social communities where I travel to a lesser degree. Oh, there's a monkey. I hope it doesn't attack me. I'm just fixated on this monkey right now. It's on the same trail as me. Please don't attack me. I don't have nothing. What, monkey? Okay. Yeah, so I just want to say that I don't sit in my room all day and masturbate and watch TV or like shows as I'm traveling. I'm fairly active and try to get things going. I have my own personal interests and I try to share those interests with others. And to some point, I am to some degree successful. But when I'll make certain events and stuff like that, people will come and they'll say, "Thank you so much for this thing, for gathering us all here." And then the hot girls end up with the hot guys, and it's just like I just like almost like created just an environment for other hot people to connect to each other, and I'm left going home and being alone in my bed for for my whole life basically. So I actually, I would say that, anyway, I'm like turning 34 this year. I guess it's good that I traveled, but really this is something I should have done when I was in my early 20s. I think I don't know what would have happened. I actually might have even had more luck with ladies, because I might have even been a little more naive. Oh man, all these monkeys everywhere. Can you guys go away? I'd like to not be attacked by you. Okay, monkeys evaded on the trail. Yeah, so I think as a younger person, I would have had more naive hopefulness, and might have even actually, because the other thing is that I don't try at all. I don't try to hook up with anybody, because the hurt of like being called a creep is so. I've actually never really been called a creep, but I've seen women's visible discomfort when I share interest in them, and I'm just like, ugh. Like that in alone is such a heavy feeling, and I hate it. So I will still like look for cues if a woman might be interested in me, but I really haven't seen any cues, and I've been traveling for 8 months straight, so yeah, no cues there. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how it happens, how it works out. So, and as far as I know, if a woman is interested in a guy, she will create some cues, and they're there and available. And I've seen, like, I was friends with this one girl, and she showed me no cues for a while. I was like, okay, you know what? We're just friends. I'm not even gonna. Because sometimes, she'd be like extra friendly with me, but I'd really look at it and be like, are there cues there? But no, it was just like platonic and stuff like that. And yeah, but then I was hanging out, and then I brought this one guy friend of mine along, and I could see her change completely in her behavior towards this guy, and I was like, oh, she likes this guy, like in a way that she didn't like me. I could just see it, like it was her whole way of being towards this guy was completely different than she would be towards me. So I think I'm pretty observant, and so no one has been giving me cues, and I do have a fair amount of female friends. So it's not like it's not like I'm not also, it's not also like I'm not talking to girls, but and then some people, and this is the more like red pill argument, would say, well, you gotta like shoot your shot, and I'm like, yeah, but the thing with shooting my shot is I hate the feeling of shooting my shot and just seeing visible disgust on people's faces. So I've stopped doing that, because it's an unpleasant feeling. I don't want to feel like a subhuman. That's the kind of reaction. It's like I shoot my shot and the person's like, ew, yuck. You think you could do that with me? Even women that are ugly like have that response to me. Again, I really haven't shot my shot in over a year. Well, possibly longer, possibly much longer. Yeah, so my verdict is that I need to stop traveling, or if I travel, I really have to do things I like. Things I like are sometimes expensive, so I think I just gotta go and I think the better option is, namaste. I think the better option for me as the position of, let's just say, an unchad. I prefer that terminology than a sub 5, because sub 5 is so fucking demeaning, but an unchad is just a non-chad. But then some would say, well, that's like normie tier, and I am arguably below normies here, being a 5'5" man, bald, 34, skinny as well. Skinny, I've lost a lot of my muscle mass traveling. Not that I was ever huge, but yeah, I was never really huge, but definitely skinny, or skinnier. So I'm just like this ultra skinny. Anyway, but besides the point, not conventionally attractive to, or conventionally masculine. And on top of that, I think maybe it's for another recording, but I've said it before. I have a lot of skills. I've developed a lot of skills that most people don't have, like a fair amount. Like people are always actually super surprised when because I also don't really flaunt them. I just kind of pull out my skills when I feel like doing those skills. Like for example, drawing, music, certain types of body pattern movements and dance and all this stuff. Like I've just developed skills. It's just what I've done. More than most people. More than and I'm not saying this to brag, I'm just saying this that like I've gone down the route of being a well-rounded person. I am a well-rounded person. And I'm also, I think I'm like fairly charming and witty to some degree, like not a lot. Like there's people way smarter and wittier than I am. Actually, I actually don't think I'm that witty. Okay, actually I need to figure out where I am right now. Okay, so yeah, what I was saying is that, yeah, rounded person, other than my, well, you'd argue that this is like an aura that can be seen from the exterior. But I don't want to say hatred, but just my disdain for the unfairness and the extreme, I guess, I don't think it's the right word, disparaging. No, that's probably not the right word. Okay, I gotta use words I know for now. Maybe I'm not as smart as I claimed, actually. So I'll backpedal on my intelligence. Yeah, it's like, yeah, my disdain for just how unfair things can be. Like I can have, again, like I have a handful of female friends who appreciate who I am as a character, my integrity as a person. I do think I actually have a fair bit of integrity about my character, about staying true to my word and all this kind of stuff. But those same women will throw all of that out the window for a guy they find physically attractive, which is fair, you know. Like I would probably I wouldn't quite do something similar, like unless like someone was like super like namaste, unless someone was like super ugly. But even yeah, I've hooked up with an ugly girl, and it was really because I liked her personality, and I don't like saying that sometimes. I feel it's mean to call people ugly, but it's whatever. It's the truth sometimes, I guess. Oh, I hope I'm going the right way right now. God, okay, I lost my thoughts again. Yeah, okay, so traveling. It's just. Maybe I've also said this about festivals as well. If you are a unchad and a conventionally unattractive, yeah, festivals are not your friend unless you're going there exclusively to like blitz your brain out on drugs, which I don't like to do. But some people love doing that, and if that's like your enjoyment, then yeah, festivals are great. But to me, that's like electronic music festivals. That's all there really is to do there, minus the hooking up. So it's like I don't do that. So then the other option, oh yeah, and the music, like the music is designed to be on drugs. So I kind of enjoy the music, but I'm like, whatever. So really, it's to hook up and to be on drugs, and I don't do either. So festivals, no more festivals for me. Done with that. Traveling, same kind of a thing. It's kind of one big festival, to be honest. It's traveling, because you end up in towns where, again, you'll kind of, as a traveler, it's very likely that you'll just end up in a lot of these expat towns where people just party all day. Okay, I need to focus on where I am actually. Yeah, so I've been doing this particular travel I've on has been about almost 9 months long. No hookups, which was that's not even surprising for me. But if I speak to someone else, maybe a normie, they'll be like, tell me if they go on like a 1 month travel, they'll hook up with somebody. And I've been traveling for like nearly 9 months, no hookups. And I've been on and off traveling for the past 4 years. Like in the winter, I'll usually travel somewhere south for about 3 months. And again, 0 hookups. And someone who travels 3 months somewhere will sometimes hook up with one girl and stay with her the whole time, or 2 people, 3 people sometimes. And it's just like part of traveling. Kind of like, traveling, it's a given that you'll meet someone on the way and have like a fun little travel romance. When I tell people that I've been on the road for such and such amount of time and have like literally 0 romantic encounters, people are surprised because they don't know my experience. It's most people are normies, and then of course chads are on another whole other level. Yeah. Namaste. Yeah. Anyway, as I get older, it's hard to hide this and like hide this like bitterness about the world inside of me. So, what am I to do? Nothing really. All I can say is that I think it's just time to throw in the towel, wrap it up, and become a wage slave. I do travel because also I do like going. I mean, right now I'm in like a landlocked country, so there's no beaches, and the lakes here are, like I love to swim a lot, so in like natural bodies of water, um, like the ocean or rivers, clean rivers or crystal clean lakes, and yeah, so I like to swim as much as I can, and I can't go here.
No.
Why? Here I can go, right? Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe. Oh. Oof. Okay, yeah. Not gonna go through here. Rickety. Flimsy. Fuck, okay, that was a bunch of nonsense there. Yeah, so I have to gear travel now towards really honing in, like, not just aimless travel, which I've been kind of doing, but at the same time, I'm pursuing some interests, but there's these long gaps in between interests, and that's when I get really depressed, because it's like, I usually end up in an area that is there's like a big tourist hub. So I'm in a city right now that has a bunch of this, like, it's like a mix of a party scene and like conscience, new age consciousness, which is total dog shit. It's really just kind of spiritual fuckboys creating events so they can fuck hot girls, and it's under the guise of spirituality. But they're both, like, both parties are agreeing to the absolute just like mating ritual that it is. I do have, like, obviously I would love to hook up with girls, but it's just not happening. So I don't know how to do it, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, I'm just gonna go be. I think being a wage slave is actually might be beneficial for me for a little bit. Just go and do that. Be a wage cuck. And then maybe I'll kind of chime in on what it's like to be a wage cuck. I mean, I've been that already. But being nomadic, when I first actually started being nomadic, I was a little more successful. Oof, I don't want to say that word with girls, but I mean, I dated a girl that was 10 years older than me when I was like 27, and looking back, I mean, I enjoyed it. I have to say I enjoyed it, but I just got what I could, and that was like scraps in terms of that kind of thing. She was pretty, and I enjoyed my time. And I did the same again later. I dated someone that was like 4 years older than me, and then again someone that's a bit older than me this was all when I was 27 and above. So I think I had that going for me, that I was just like not quite 30 yet, and then these women that were in their 30s were like, ooh, I can date this guy who's like, actually, again, I don't think I'm super ugly, but I don't meet possibly even the normie standards. Like, I'm a sub-7, sub-6, maybe a sub-5. As I age, I become a sub-5, so maybe I'm already a sub-5. Yeah, so when I was younger, I think I just had that going for me. But again, it was mainly like older women. That was my early days of kind of turning into a nomad. But now it's just been like a dry spell. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna pause here. I'm entering the pandemonium of town, out of the forest and into the town. But yeah, traveling, yeah, it's not worth it. You're spending money, and the experience is like, I think if you haven't traveled, as a person who's never traveled, it might be worth it, even as a sub-5, to go see the world a little bit, just for that experience. But I've already like had my fill. I've seen Central and Latin America. I've now kind of been around Asia, and my verdict is that yeah, traveling alone gets tiring and lonely. Especially if you're not having romances. So yeah, I don't know. The wage slave life is really actually not that bad. I'm actually yearning for it, because I think it'll just distract me from how lacking I am in my thing. And yeah.